Hello friends, we're still in the month of November. Let's figure out our date. Okay, here's our missing date. Let's look back one. So it was the 22nd yesterday. That means today is going to be the 23rd. Okay, so we need to figure out our day of the week. It's Monday. Our month is still November. And our date is the 23rd. It is the 23rd day in November. Our year is 2020. Let's figure out what yesterday was. Here's our star. Go back one. Yesterday was Sunday. Let's figure out tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. All right, let's write our date using some numbers. All right, so November is the 11th month of the year. And right now we're on the 23rd day in November. And the year is 2020. Remember, we only write the last two numbers in the year. That's 20. Let's practice writing November. We start with a capital letter, and this one's a capital N, O, V, E, M, B, E, R. November. Very good. Okay. How many days of November have we had so far? Let's add a hat because we've been to school for another day. Now remember, this 10 frame here is already filled up, so we have one 10 frame filled up, so we'll put a 1 here. This 10 frame's not filled up just quite yet, but we only have 1, 2, 3 hats in there, so 3 ones. And if I add 1 10 and 3 ones, that'll give me what? 13. 1 and a 3, 13. So we've been to school for 13 days. Let's shade in our number here. Now this is 13. 13 does not have a partner, so that means the number 13 is an odd number. An odd number. Let's complete our number pattern. Remember, this isn't going to be a pattern for a little bit. We're still practicing counting backwards. So 22, then 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Hey, let's do our pattern. We're going to do hat, turkey, hat, turkey, hat, turkey, hat, and turkey. All right, let's count these. Or I'm sorry, let's figure out our pattern. A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Let's circle how many AB patterns we have. So AB, here's 1. AB, there's 2. AB, 3. AB. There's 4. We have 4 AB patterns. All right, so we've been to school for another day, so let's add another square. Oops. There we go. All right, remember our rods here? They have 10 squares in there. So there's 10, and then 20, and then 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. We've been to school for 57 days. Let's go ahead and add another circle in our 10 frame. These are also a group of 10 in each 10 frame. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Okay, let's add another tally mark. Tally marks, we count by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57. Let's move our circle. 57 is a 5 and a 7, or 5 10s and 7 1s. Our fact family. Let's start with the number 8. and the number 6. So if I gave you 8 pennies and I gave you 6 more pennies, how many pennies would you have? Right, 14. 14 pennies. Now let's reverse that. If I gave you 6 pennies and then I gave you 8 more pennies, how many pennies would you have? 14 pennies. All right, let's take those 14 pennies that we have together, and I'm going to take away 8 of those pennies. How many pennies would you have left? 6 pennies. All right, if you had those 14 pennies again, and Miss Horton took 6 away, how many pennies would you have? 8 pennies. All right. Remember, our season is still fall. We'll talk about more of the weather when we get back, but let's remember that our temperature is the number. So our temperature could look like this, 43 degrees. Remember that little circle up here is a degree sign, 43 degrees. The lower the number, the colder it is outside. But the higher the number, the hotter it is outside. Remember, we're graphing our weather. We'll continue to do that when we get back. All right, here we go. Now, we've been in school for 57 days. Let's look, make sure. Yep, 57. 57 days. So let's put 57 coins into our piggy bank. Let's start over here. All right, 57. 57 cents. Remember, this is our cent sign right here. 57. Now, if I have 2 quarters in here, 1 quarter is 25 cents. And I add another quarter in here, and that's another 25 cents. So 25 plus 25, that's 50 cents already. Now I need 7 more. So I'm going to add in a nickel. A nickel's worth 5. And then a penny is worth 1. So 5, 6, 7. I have 57 cents in my piggy bank. All right. Let's figure out a new time. Miss Horton's going to change it up here. So you just seen that this is 4 o'clock here. My little hand, or my big hand is up here on the 12 that makes 0, 0. And my little hand down here is pointing at the 4, which makes 4 o'clock. Okay, now Miss Horton's going to show you something. My digital clock over here says 7 o'clock. I need my analog clock to match this one. So we've got to move this little hand to make it on the 7. So we're going to have to turn it until it gets all the way over there to the 7. Go back down here. There we go. He is facing the 7. This is what, this is what 7 o'clock looks like on my analog and digital clock. All right, let's pick a new shape for today. Miss Horton's going to pick this one. All right, you see this one over here? This kind of looks like a ball, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a little bitty ball. However, this ball is called a sphere. A sphere. This sphere doesn't have any sides, doesn't have any vertices. It's kind of like a circle, but it's a ball, and it's called a sphere. It is a red sphere, and it is a 3D shape because you can touch it and move it around. All right, friends. I can't wait to see you when we get back to school. I hope you're learning a whole bunch. And remember, we have a big holiday coming up this week, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, friends. Have a good evening.